I'm trying to get this again. This is the wooden block on top of the big capacitor. I'm gonna hold my thumb up to it, and since it's dark, you should see a lot more. Yeah, there we go. It doesn't really tingle at all. There's no real muscle contraction like effect coming off. If I use the tip of my if I use the back side of my finger, the skin's a little more sensitive there. I think I have more calluses on the bottom, like on my thumb and finger, to where it doesn't really affect it. But there was a decent snap that happened on the top of my finger, and it did tingle a hair. But I could put it up real close to it without not have a problem, obviously. But it's just because I made that gap and the capacitance build up in between the two, and there was an accumulation of charge which caused an arc, and it's the arc, the burning of the arc hitting your skin is what actually causes it to tingle. But in the case of over here, this one's very, very, very light vibration, so I don't think I'll probably be able to visibly see any what looks to be plasma coming off of it. Now if I touch that sucker, man, it tingles good. But this one is something else. See, it's fine until I take it off. As soon as I get a little closer, it gets really, really strong. We're not dealing with that much voltage here. This would be different if I had like 100,000 volts, right? If there's massive amounts of energy. But number one, we're not even sparking it. So it's just a transformer resonating at low power off 120 volts. There's a 7.5 ohm, 15 watt resistor in series with a hot wire. Going to it. So it's 120 positive going to it, or 120 AC to that resistor. So these aren't even being driven at full power. When I take the spark in, even this handle, the spark gap, I feel these vibrations on. I just barely get an arc on it. It's not at all like I had a ton of capacitance in the circuit that would cause it to have a massive voltage breakdown and arc, really bright high current arc through there, which is what I normally have to do to drive any sort of decent plasma out of that, or let alone arcs out of the terminal without any top load on it. But so it's interesting. There's some weird effect going on here with this electrostatic vibration because we have a transient style wave going through the circuit or coming out of this coil condenser as a dielectric antenna or transducer. And these waves, obviously I don't feel anything between here, but this dome has the same vibration going on with it. Let me kill the lights and then we can see if I can see any plasma coming off of the dome. No, you can definitely feel it, but it's very very strong vibration. If you can hear it humming or not. Over top of the spark gap, probably not. But it's vibrating my fingers, and it's obviously pulsing through this circuit. So this doesn't appear to be electromagnetic waves. So I'm going to take this light bulb off now, bring it over here, and show you that when I get up against the dome here, yeah, it lights up a little bit. Well, you can't really see it. There's a tiny bit of plasma coming out of that bulb. When I get close to the bulb, oh, there it is. See, there's plasma when I give it a ground. Oops. Not so much for that. The bulb will light up fairly bright, and you can see some pulsating surges in it, which appear to be fluctuations of the gap. This is what the gap actually closed. So I'm going to open it back up. And now we see that there really isn't any fluctuations going on. Yet we still have this solid transient effect that has this pulsating transient effect, and we do have some arcing going on. When I allow it to arc, the current really increases in the bulb, so the bulb gets a lot brighter. As far as over here, you know, I'm not getting, the bulb's still being lit all the way over here from this second dome. I don't know if you can make it out. No, the camera's not picking it up. It's light, very lightly flickering. So turn the lights back on. That's really interesting. Obviously down here we get it from here. We're not getting any real capacitance to it. However, if I hold this bulb like this, I'll try to show you. If I get it close enough to here, I can feel the vibration in the bulb too, coming from the top load or what, I don't quite know yet, but this is absolutely the weirdest thing I've ever seen, where all this voltage could be building up in here when the circuit isn't really even oscillating beyond the transient effect from the mains frequency. But this is wild as shit. And it's wood. So I need to find some other pieces of wood that I can prove aren't treated and see if it has the same effect. But I would suspect it does, because I put this piece of electrical tape down here and you can't really see it, but I do feel the vibration from it as well. It's not quite as strong, maybe it is more insulative. But I'll try like this plastic box here. And it appears to be pretty insulated too. There's hardly any vibration coming from it, so I do think moisture content or sealer or something on this wood is causing the problem. But it's the perfect amount of capacitance, or perhaps resistance, to not allow me to get shocked on my balls, but still allow me to pass currents through my body here without it being disagreeable whatsoever. See, it looks like when I have one side touching, the other side doesn't want to arc at all, so it's definitely the charge. There's no charge separation. It depletes completely to one finger and not the other. See, even that, like when there's a little bit of a, let me zoom in a bit here. There's some a little bit of yellow and orange in that arc occasionally, and it really doesn't feel like anything. Just slightly start to feel a tiny bit of tingling there. Even like that, that should be burning, I would think, when it gets a bit whiter like that. All in all, very, very interesting. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Buzz, buzz. Coil doesn't appear to have any problem with it. Capacitor here, nothing. Put this other wood block here and got the same effect. So I wonder what happened. Here, hold on a second. Okay, well, it wasn't any better. I was playing around with both of them together, trying to see if I could get them to arc between each other. Doesn't appear to be happening. It's all depleting through the one that I'm touching only. So anyway, what do you think is causing that? These are all in series. That leg there, the one with the red clip, going straight to the ground, earth rod outside the door over there. Pretty crazy, huh?